A very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. Let us start with the first snippet. Probe progress. You all know the word probe. Probe means what? Probe means what? Investigation. It is in progress, means going on. Assam DSP held over Zubin gang's death. Here we have Assam DSP held over. Hold, held. Hold over means to take into detention in a way, and it is in the past, held over. Zubin Garg's death. You can also say pointed out, criticized, or accused, alleged. All these words you have to think of. Otherwise, nothing to learn. Coming to the next snippet, Gaza war. Hamas hands over list of names for prisoner swap. You all know what is going on in West Asia, and Israel has some prisoners, Hamas has some prisoners. Better word would have been hostages. Now they want to swap. You all know we have an exam topic, word swap. Swap means what? Exchange. So they have made lists of hostages or prisoners to be swapped, means to exchange. Important word, there's an exam topic also. Coming to the next snippet, custodial death case. Custody, from that we get custodial. When a person is taken into custody or into detention in the police station, if the person is tortured or harassed, physically tortured, that results in death. That is known as custodial death. Important expression. Custodial death case, Supreme Court slams CBI MP over delay in arrest. Slam has two different meanings. We have got many a time. One meaning of slam, to close something using a lot of force. If someone does it, we say don't slam the door. But here, harsh criticism. What is the meaning of slam? Criticize harshly. You can also say, Pravalika, very good, lock up death. Aspirant probing nature. Yes, I appreciate that. Hostages. Good. Coming to the next one, data point. Data mask scale of crime against Manipur women. Here, mask. You all know the word mask. But in this context, what does it mean? Cover something. Veil, cover, mask. Mask what? Data here used as a plural form of datum. Data, datum, data. But data is also used as a collective noun. When we use data as a collective noun, then we have to add s or es to the verb. But here it has been used as a plural form of datum. Data mask scale of crime against Manipur women. Scale here means range, magnitude. To what extent there are problems, the range we use the word scale. Point to underreporting of offences in the state. Here offences against women. Underreporting. You have to know overreporting, reporting, underreporting. Means the actual number is not coming out. They are trying to hide the actual number. Based on that, mask. Here you can see the snippet based on sports, women, cricket, and crucial clash. Crucial means important, vital, clash, head-on collision. Harmanpreet's India takes on South Africa. Important match between India and South Africa. Coming to the main headline from today's Hindu paper, Trade Pact, a launchpad for growth, UK PM. Trade Pact, red letter day, very good, Shrikant. Important day, yes. Here, Trade Pact, pact, agreement, contract, deal, all the words you have to recollect. Trade Pact, a launchpad, means a launching platform. Launchpad means platform for growth. Who said this? The Prime Minister of the UK. And you have to recollect important examples. Before names of countries, though they are proper nouns, we use a definite article the. The Netherlands, the Philippines, the Irish Republic. Simple examples everyone knows: the UK, the USA, the Ukraine, UAE. Coming to the other snippets, here you can see everyone looks very formal. In the middle, you have the Prime Minister of the UK. And the trade agreement presents unparalleled opportunities, says Starmer as he begins visit. Unparalleled means not at the same level. Unprecedented also you have to recollect. Unparalleled, unprecedented. Coming to the snippet this side, Labour policy aims to combine social schemes. Labour policy aims to combine something. Combine what? Social schemes related to welfare activities. Doctor attacked by deceased girl's father in Kerala. There's one important word. Deceased. Deceased, DISCASC, goes with health issue. But what is the spelling here? DECEASED. Deceased means dead. A girl died, and based on that, the dead girl's father, the deceased girl's father, attacked the doctor. Actual sentence should have been, doctor was attacked. It is in past passive voice, but headlines, snippets, they drop certain words, so don't get confused. No formal word on Indian held by Ukrainian forces. I think some Indian was caught by Ukrainian forces, held, and no official, no formal word about that particular, the fate of that particular person. And here, when you see the word formal, you have to recollect. Formal, we have different types of English: formal, informal, technical, spoken, written. What is formal English? English used at the workplace, with elders, with strangers. What is informal English? English used with members of family and friends. That you have to recollect. Coming to the next one, NDA and Grand Alliance evenly poised in Bihar. Even, opposite, uneven. Even, uneven. Uneven, we also use the word lopsided, important expression. Today, if you take Hyderabad, Hyderabad is growing rapidly. For that, we say Hyderabad is growing by leaps and bounds. But the development, the growth is not even, it is uneven. Certain pockets of the city, they look so good. Certain pockets of the city, eyesore. Eyesore means not visually appealing. Then it is not even. We use the word lopsided growth, important word. And poised, another important word. Poised, composed, balanced, all these words you have to recollect. Coming to the pic from the front page, snowed in, snow in, you can see a lot of snow, snow, snow. Out in the cold, snowfall disrupted traffic. Disrupt means what? Interrupt. Snowfall interrupted or disrupted traffic on the Manali-Leh highway on Wednesday. Cold wave conditions continued in Himachal Pradesh's high altitude areas, according to the local weather office. You have to recollect WHETHER, weather or correlative conjunction, but here different spelling. And you have to recollect climate, weather. Pattern of weather for a long time we use the word climate. Weather is everyday affair. Because of that, when you watch TV, they say today's weather report. That difference also you have to know. Coming to the other headlines this side, 7 killed in explosion at firecracker unit in AP. Again, as a smart learner, when you see snow, you have to recollect words like snow. Imagine there is a storm, and because of cyclone, storm, but imagine snow region, there is a storm. Then we have to use the word blizzard, BLIZZARD. Blizzard means snowstorm. And you have to recollect words like, yes, glaciers, avalanche, numb, frostbite, gangrene, amputation, all these you have to recollect. 7 killed in explosion at firecracker unit in AP. Diwali is fast approaching and smoke, fog, smog, you have to recollect, very good. Diwali is fast approaching and a lot of firecracker units, they are busy and usually it happens, may not be at the same place, different parts of the country, especially Tamil Nadu. If you take Tamil Nadu, there's one place called Shivakasi. It is near Shivaliputtur and that place is known for firecracker units. And this happened in Andhra Pradesh. How many people got killed? 7. Actual statement should be 7 were killed. Something killed 7 people. 7 people were killed. Past tense passive voice. 11 soldiers among 30 killed amid clashes in Pak border province. Pakistan border province clashes are going on, and because of those clashes, 11 soldiers got killed. And there's one important word, amid. Amid, amidst, both mean the same, in the middle of. That also you have to recollect. Coming to, that's all from, one more we have. The last headline, what does it say? Yesterday also we got this word, Physics Nobel Prize, trio. Chemistry also trio, 3 people. Trio wins Chemistry Nobel for bridging metals and organics. Bridging, combining metals and organics. That's all from the front page of today's Hindu paper. Let us go to today's editorial. This is the enrichment when you watch the video. You spend about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. What is the enrichment? Grammar, comprehension, vocab, and you get a chance to work on mini mocks. Today I have brought 6 questions. I have brought double fillers, 2, 3, error location 2, and word usage 1. All the questions are quite challenging, and especially double fillers and error location also quite challenging. But first we will see the editorial vocabulary. Cognizant, 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 SZ. Nothing wrong. Both can be used, both mean the same. Be aware of. Part of speech, adjective. Being aware, conscious or mindful of something. The Election Commission is cognizant of, it takes the preposition of, the high stakes in the Bihar election. Word forms, cognizance, same, awareness, understanding. Word combinations, cognizant of the fact, fully cognizant of something, make someone cognizant of something. Word usage used in formal and administrative contexts, especially in government, policy or legal writing, to denote informed awareness. These combinations are important when it comes to close test and also fillers. This will help in the long run. Synonyms, aware, conscious, informed, mindful, alert. Antonyms, ignorant, unaware, oblivious. You all know the word obvious. Obvious means something that goes without saying, evident, conspicuous. But what is the word here? Oblivious, unaware of the surroundings. Some people, while using the mobile, they forget the surroundings, they get engrossed. What is the meaning of engrossed? To get involved deeply. Morning I was going through one news item, international. In New York City, a girl of, what is her age? 12 years. And her friend. They were going through the subway. There she was browsing and she was walking. Unfortunately, a train knocked her off and she died on the spot. Her friend also died. Because when people use mobiles, they forget the surroundings. They become oblivious of the surroundings. And sometimes you see they fall in manholes, they hit the lamp post, or they dash someone because they forget the surroundings. That is an important word you have to remember. At the crossroads. When we see crossroads, we think of RTC crossroads, Ashok Nagar crossroads. But here it is an idiomatic expression. And mind you guys, not 2 separate words, only one word. Crossroads, one word, do remember. It's an idiom, part of speech, idiomatic phrase, meaning at a critical or decisive point where an important choice must be made. A crucial point, a crucial juncture. Example, the ruling alliance is at the crossroads facing a major decision on leadership. They are not able to decide who should be the leader. Then we say the party is at the crossroads. Word forms, same. Idioms we cannot touch. Word combination, stand at the crossroads, find oneself at the crossroads, be at the crossroads of one's career, life, politics. Usually it goes with career, future, and also life and politics. Word usage common in political, career, and life situations, symbolizing a turning point or moment of decision. Here we can also think of the word future. His future is at crossroads. A typical example. Synonyms at a turning point, at a decisive moment, on the brink. But on the brink, on the edge, a different meaning. Usually has a negative connotation. At a juncture. Antonyms on a settled path in steady progress. Reigns. Important. As a noun, a different meaning. As a verb, different meaning. It means, literally it means we use leather straps to control horses. For that we use the word reins. But here as a verb it means control, command. Part of speech, noun, usually plural. Control or leadership of a system, organization or government. But figuratively from horse reins. Literal meaning horse reins. Figuratively command or control. The BJP may want to take over the reins of the alliance, control or command of the alliance. Word forms rein in, important phrasal verb, to control or restrain. Take or hand over the reins. Word combinations, take the reins, hold the reins, hand over the reins, tighten or loosen the reins. All these are very important. Word usage, common metaphor in politics, management and leadership, symbolizing authority or control. Synonyms, control, command, authority, power, charge. Antonyms, release, yield, relinquish. Important word. Abdicate, important word. Yield also important, you all know. Yield has a positive meaning, both positive and negative. Positive to produce, negative to surrender, to give in. All these you have to recollect. Planks. Fitness guys, they know this word, but it has a different meaning over there. Here planks means, usually it is a wooden thing, but here a different meaning. Principles. Part of speech, noun, plural, meaning main principles, policies or elements forming the foundation of an agenda or ideology. The principles of an ideology, we use this. Example, electoral integrity and social justice are key planks of the Congress campaign. They are the major principles of the Congress party's campaign. Word forms, planks singular, planks plural. Word combinations, key planks, core planks, policy planks, plank of reform, platform of reform, principle of reform, development, plank of development. Word usage, used metaphorically in political and strategic writing to describe core principles or agendas of a party or plan. Synonyms, principle, pillar, foundation, element, component. Simple words. Antonyms, accessory, supplement, afterthought. Simple words. Let us go to the editorial. Today's editorial, not too many words. Only at the fag end of the editorial you have some important words. And the writer has used very simple sentences. Already have done a few editorials and easy to understand. Let us see how it goes. Vote of confidence on the Bihar Assembly election 2025. Bihar Assembly elections, based on that, this has been on the eve of Bihar elections, this has been written. You have to recollect vote of trust aspirant. Good. What is the main idea? Bihar election will be a test case. Future will be a test case for the neutrality and efficiency of ECI. Usually elections they go with the parties, but this one it is a test case for election commission. Two dimensions, neutrality and efficiency. Entire country is watching how they are going to conduct. How does it start? Bihar will vote in two phases on November 6th and November 11th to elect a new assembly with counting on November 14th. Simple, easy to understand. The Bihar Assembly election of 2025 is important not only for political reasons but also for you have to become alert. You have to recollect the parallel expression, parallel construction. The more, the better. And here, not only, but also. It goes with parallel structure. It also goes with correlative conjunctions. Whatever we use after, not only, same word we have to use after, or same grammatical unit after, but also. That you have to recollect. Who is this? Yes, you have to recollect all the words that go with elections. Good, Kranti Kumar, Pravalika, and also Divya. Elections, contest, campaign, canvas, rigging, booth capturing, thumping majority, landslide victory. All these you have to recollect. But also for the reasons of electoral integrity in India, which is facing a crisis. Electoral integrity is facing a crisis. Very good, Pravalika. Crisis singular, crisis plural. The Election Commission of India, ECI, is cognizant of, aware of the high stakes in Bihar. High stakes means very important and going to make a lot of difference. High stakes in Bihar, and for good measure, the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar described it as a mother of all elections. And look at this expression. Gyanesh Kumar, who is the Chief Election Commissioner, has described Bihar elections as the mother of all elections. Why? Because it is important. For so many reasons it is important. Not only for the political parties but also for Election Commission of India. The ECI also listed 17 measures, beginning with Bihar, that could improve voter participation and public trust in the process. It has come up with 17 measures to improve voter participation, one dimension, and public trust, second dimension. And here the writer cannot list out all the 17. After that, you see about 6 to 7 of those measures have been listed out. What is the first one? The average number. You will get questions based on these. The average number of eligible voters in a polling station will be 819, and the highest number of voters in a booth will now be 1200 compared to 1500 earlier. This is the first point. 1200, not 1500. In the past it was 1500. And eligible voters in a polling station will be 819. Highest is 1200, not 1500. Second point, the ECI has also taken into account. Take something into account means consider something. Important expression you have to remember. Has present perfect active voice, has also taken into account concerns raised. Two important words. Concerned person, wrong. Person concerned, correct. Rise, rose, risen. Raise, raised, raised. Concerns raised by political parties and other observers about the electoral process. Counting of postal. Third, this is the second one. Counting of postal ballots will be complete before the last two rounds of electronic voting machine and voter verifiable paper audit trail, VVPAT, counting. Second measure. Third measure, if there is a mismatch between the Form 17C and EVM data and wherever mock poll data had not been erased, The counting of VVPAT slips will be mandatory. What is the meaning of mandatory? Compulsory. Third point. Fourth point, among other measures are mobile phone deposit facilities at the polling stations and a one-stop digital platform named ECI Net, very important, for real-time voter turnout updates. Number of people appear for a particular event, we use the word turnout. But you should also recollect two important phrasal verbs. They mean the same, turn up and show up. Turn up, show up, to appear. He did not turn up last evening. He did not show up last evening. It goes more with individuals. But coming to turnout, more number of people. Surprising turns in turnout data have been a matter of serious concern in recent elections. This has become controversial, and this measure could help clear the air. Clear the air means to remove all the doubts, very important idiom. Live feed from all booths will be available for monitoring purposes. That's also a good measure. The Bihar election has gained a special national significance this time, where the ECI's abrupt announcement of a special intensive revision SAR of the electoral rolls, which began in June. I've done a few editorials on SAR. This has become highly controversial. Abrupt means sudden, without justification. Important word. The ECI sees the process as a purification of electoral rolls. What is the objective behind special intensive revision? Purification of electoral rolls with plans to have it across the country. And the second state is going to be Kerala. In Bihar's final list, roughly 69 lakh names were removed. Past tense passive voice, for reasons such as deaths, unproven citizenship, duplicate entries, or permanent migration to other states. What is the number? Huge. 69 lakh names were removed. Bihar will be critical for the BJP, the Congress, the RJD, and the JDU, with each party hoping to turn a corner in their journeys. To turn a corner, to gain something substantial, to gain something important, change the fortunes, you can also say. And here we have the BJP. You have to recollect an important rule that goes with articles. Before any political party, we have to use a definite article, the BJP, the Congress, that you have to recollect. The ruling, here we have a few important words and idioms. The ruling National Democratic Alliance is at the crossroads, means a crucial juncture. Why? With an aging Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who is completing nearly 20 years in office. Aging Chief Minister, incumbent Chief Minister, means present Chief Minister, completing nearly 20 years in office. Important phrase. The BJP may want to formally take over the alliance's reins, means control, but it will have to gauge. How do you pronounce this? Gauge means to assess, to analyze, to visualize, to see. How this might impact the social dynamics. Not that easy. For the Congress, Bihar will be a test case of its key planks, principles. What are those two? Electoral integrity and social justice. All said, this is one election in which the ECI has the highest stakes. Usually parties have the highest stakes at the time of elections, but this is a different one. Here, Election Commission of India has the highest stakes. And all those invested in Indian democracy hope to see it come out with flying colors. They have given this idiom many a time. Come out with flying colors means be successful. Many of you are preparing for competitive exams. I want all of you to come out with flying colors. Means what? I want all of you to be successful. Have you got the meaning? It's very important. They have given many a time. That's all about the editorial, rather easy, but questions based on comprehension skill and mini mocks, quite challenging. Try to respond quickly. According to the passage, why is the Bihar Assembly election of 2025 described as a test case? Why? That also means the same. Same. Reign means a period. During whose reign means during whose time, whose term. The BJP reign, Congress reign, REIGN, during that time. Already a lot of students have answered, they have got it right, because it will evaluate the neutrality and efficiency of the Election Commission of India. Question number 2. What does the phrase mother of all elections signify in the context of the Bihar polls? Election Commissioner, Chief Election Commissioner, he said, it is Ganesh Kumar. It is the mother of all elections. What does it mean? Entire country is going to watch Bihar elections. Yes, answer is Kavya. Got it right. 2B. Perfect. Question number 3. Which of the following is not very important? One of the measures announced by the ECI for the Bihar polls. Editorial says 17 measures were announced. Among them, here we have 4, one not mentioned. Usually I tell students questions based on this pattern, true, false. They are basically traps. You got to be extremely careful. Limiting the number of voters per booth to 1,200 mentioned. Counting postal ballots before the last 2 rounds of EVM counting mentioned. Conducting polls on a single day, no, 2 days. Providing mobile phone deposit facilities mentioned. So what is the answer? C is the answer. That has not been mentioned. And mentioned clearly, not single day, 2 days. This is wrong. What is the main purpose of the ECI net platform mentioned in the passage? Very important. What is the main objective, main purpose? To provide election manifestos and candidate profiles. To give real-time voter turnout updates and improve transparency. It goes with voter turnout updates provide, and that way they will provide transparency. Yes, B is the answer. Very good. Aspirant, Kavya, Divya, so many students have got it right. The Special Intensive Revision, SIR, of electoral rolls in Bihar aimed primarily at what is the main objective of Special Intensive Revision of electoral rolls? 5B. The editorial, the writer has used the word purifying the rolls by removing invalid or duplicate entries. Now listen very carefully. Error location, very simple sentence, short sentence, but not easy to answer. Quite challenging. Read meticulously, try to spot the error. If no error, no error. Today the questions based on mocks, very challenging, not at all easy. If one student, at least one student has to respond, then I will give the answer. Metal organic frameworks have redefined that materials can do for society. If you get these questions right, you have to respond by saying what is wrong and what is right. Simply, if you mention a particular word, not acceptable. You have to tell which word has to go there. Metal organic frameworks, nothing wrong. Plural, have redefined, nothing wrong. Present perfect tense. Yes, aspirant. Very good. That's what I was expecting. Here, that is not the correct relative pronoun. We have to use what. I don't know what he can do. We don't know what they can do. And so I have redefined what he has to do. It has redefined what materials can do for society. Very important. I appreciate only one student responded with the word what. I appreciate aspirant. Very good. What materials can do for society? Redefine. This is also a very simple sentence. Simple, straightforward, but goes with scientific context. Not easy, challenging question. Try to spot the error. No error, you have to respond by saying no error. These are porous, means full of holes. Crystalline structures are built with metal ions coordinated to organic linker molecules. Being for the second one, no. Very good. Again, aspirant. Here we cannot use a word with. We have to use a preposition from. Built from, not built to with. In this context, we have to use a preposition from, not with. Built from metal ions coordinated to organic linker molecules. And we have 3 questions, quite challenging questions based on double fillers. Read and try to answer. Very close options, not at all easy. Here there is a clue. Richard Robson's curiosity in the 1980s laid. Those who focus on a reading habit, those who are into reading, the moment they see the word laid, I usually give combinations. One of the combinations, lay foundation stone, lay something. The word is foundation. Lay base, you can consider roots, you can consider seeds, you can consider. But the most appropriate combination word based on collocation laid the foundation for MOFs when he wondered if molecular architectures could be designed rather than found. That you cannot be sure, second word. But first one, the moment you see lay, laid, laid, you have to recollect lie, lay, lain, lay, laid, laid. It takes the word foundation. There ends the matter. I appreciate those who have chosen B. Very good. This is also quite challenging. Omer Yagi's work in reticular chemistry marked a shift from trial and error to a more and approach. The moment you read this sentence, you have to understand it goes with science, scientists, their work, and specifically chemistry. That awareness is important to choose the correct pair. Yes, beyond any doubt. Sarayu, it can be used. Instead of finding something, if you can design, that's better. Natural, synthetic. Because we are talking about systematic, more systematic and predetermined seems okay. Experimental, accidental, we cannot, speculative, you cannot, to some extent you can consider. But you cannot consider words like chaotic approach, uncertain approach, abstract approach. So what is the answer here? Both can be considered. Very good. I appreciate those. Shamala 4A, Srinivas 4A. Very good. And other students also. So many have chosen. The laureate showed that chemistry can design empty space as solid matter, building room not just for molecules but for Vividly goes more with colors, painters, aesthetic world, not with science. Deeply can be considered, but accurately, precisely, both mean the same. And we have the same word. This is quite challenging. Yes, Kranti Kumar, holistic, comprehensive, exhaustive. Pravalika says, first one to respond 5B. No, B is not correct. Because here we are not talking about the aesthetic world. We are talking about scientific research. You can consider this, but creation, but for creation does not accurately, precisely. Because scientific research, it has to be accurate. But I always tell students, accurate, precise, synonyms. How do you decide better word based on the context? Very good. Divya has chosen 5D and also Kumar. I appreciate that. Between the two, this is a better word. Precisely as solid matter, building room not just for molecules but for imagination. Building room for imagination. I appreciate those who have chosen D as the answer. That's wonderful. Next one, word usage. The word is framework. You have to find out the sentence where it has been used incorrectly. Framework, 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 framework. You have to read meticulously. Based on the context, sure, I am sure. You make a statement, you have to say, I am sure. You want something to happen, then you have to say, ensure that it happens, make sure. Some action is involved. Sure goes with a statement. Ensure goes more with involving something or someone, making something happen. Ensure that the standards are maintained. Means make sure that the standards are maintained. I am sure about the answer. This is a different context. Context is important. Scientists developed a framework to study new materials, nothing wrong. The company announced a framework of guidelines, nothing wrong. The building collapsed due to a weak framework, nothing wrong. Framework means system or structure. You can use that. The politician's framework, no, was criticized for lacking integrity. Here we have to use the word policy or vision, but not the word framework. We cannot use the word framework. The politician's framework is not correct. Answer is D. I appreciate those who have chosen D as the answer. Who has got all 6 correct? Anyone who has got 6 out of 6, that is outstanding. I'm rather curious. Has anyone got? Session is not over. Aspirant, 5 out of 6, wonderful. Highly appreciable. Anyone else? 4 plus, you should be very happy. Kranti Kumar 4 and Seshendra Kumar 4. That's also pretty good because I'm not given enough time. Live session, spontaneously had to respond. Divya also 4. Very good. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.